The story of Abandoned Man's Canyon. A long time ago, when people reached the age of 60 and could no longer do anything, they were abandoned in a canyon. That canyon is called Abandoned Man Canyon. At that time, in a certain village, there was a farmer who was 60 years old. Before that, he was the boss of that large rural area. Now he has reached the age where he must be thrown into Old People's Canyon. His son carried him on his back into the forest. They kept going from one mountain to the other. On the way, suddenly the old man broke a tree branch on the side of the road to market. Seeing that, the son asked, "Father, what are you doing? Do you think that by doing so you can find your way home?" "No, my child, but it would be terrible if you couldn't find your way back. So I have to mark it for you to remember." Hearing his father say that, the son knew that his father loved him very much, so he could not bear to throw him into that canyon. He brought his father home and hid him in a stone alcove under the arch of the gate. The new boss now occasionally asks the farmers to do something very difficult. One time, he gathered all the people in the village and ordered, "Everyone, please braid a rope for me out of ash." Everyone was very nervous because they knew it couldn't be done. The old man's son came to the gate and told his father everything. After listening, the old man said, "Braid a rope, but remember to braid it tightly. Then you burn this thread carefully until it burns completely without breaking, then you give it to him." The son followed his father's instructions and of course he made a rope out of ash and brought it to his boss, while no one else could. So the boss was very pleased with this young man. Then the boss ordered the farmers again, "Each of you bring me a snail shell with a string through it." The son went to his father again to ask and his father told him, "Take a snail shell, then use a thread to tie a piece of rice to it. Let an ant pick up the gao seed and let it crawl into the snail's mouth. That way the ant will give you a snail with a lice thread through it." The son did as his father told him and sure enough, he got a snail like the boss asked for. When he brought the snail to the boss, he was very impressed and asked him, "How can you do such a difficult job?" The young man replied, "Actually, I was able to do those things because of my father, who should have been thrown in the canyon, but I felt so sorry for him that I couldn't do that. So I brought him back and hidden in a stone alcove under the arch of the gate. I found the things he asked everyone to do very difficult, so I asked my father and my father taught me to do them. I did as I was told and brought them to you." The young man told him everything. After listening, the boss greatly admired the old man's intelligence and life experience and also realized that the elderly are also useful and they must be well taken care of. Since then, the Gorge of Fallen Old People no longer exists. All the elderly people there were brought back to live with their families and children. Thank you for joining us for today's fairy tale. We hope these stories bring joy and meaning to your day. If you love our channel, please hit the subscribe button so you won't miss any exciting tales. Wishing you a good night and sweet dreams. See you in the next story.